Today is October 13th, 2023. It's in fall, but it's about 80 degrees outside. And this is Ted Doskaris, and I've assembled or emulated a Southern Pacific daylight train of the era probably in the 1950s or late 50s or through the 1950s. And it's comprised of a typical eclectic mix of equipment. It's powered by USA trains F3s in the Southern Pacific Black Widow scheme, and the train emulates more the Valley Daylight, which had typically an eclectic mix of equipment on it, which could be anything from heavyweights to fluted side daylight cars that normally would run on the coast daylight, and smooth side cars that may have run on the Shasta daylight. So this train is 11 cars long, and so the locomotives are equipped with CamPac boxes on the both the front and rear, and some of the cars have CamPac boxes on them. They're 3D printed coupler boxes, except the Kadee centerset type couplers. And you can see there's a head-end car there, which is a monitor roof type Aristo-Craft car, and I retrofitted it with USA Trains 3-axle metal trucks from the USA Trains Heavyweights to give it a low center of gravity, because a long train like this with a mix of some heavy USA Trains cars that run about 10 pounds, I was able to get the weight up to this car, along with some other weights I already had on it, under the chassis. I got the weight up to about 7¼ pounds for both the monitor roof Aristo RPO car, and the car behind it is a baggage car. And so I'll proceed to run the train outside. And we'll see how it does. And it'll go to that portal from under my house here on the suspended layout, and go outside. The train is crossing the my drop-in LGB bridge using split jaw clamps on both ends. And I'll speed it up because it's going to have to go up the grade on a double helix. And hopefully the cars won't stringline. We'll see. Again, it's 11 cars long. You can see there's one USA Trains heavyweight car, Southern Pacific coach there, in the olive green scheme. All the rest are in the daylight paint scheme. Seems as though the train is laboring. It needs another engine, I think, to pull the train up the grade here. I think the wheels might have been slipping. Probably close to 100 pounds it's trying to pull up with all the cars on it. So we'll see if it stalls out here. I'm running about 55% speed or power on track power. Well, it didn't stringline there. That was good. That's usually the most critical part back there. So here the train is entering the tunnel in the upper part of my layout here in the yard, the backyard, and it's coming around the viaduct. Let it make one more pass. And there you go. Now the train is coming up through the middle path. The smoothsides cars, these two coming by, I lowered them to be more prototypical, including the observation car here. It was an Aristo-Craft smoothside. I lowered that one too. So there you have it. Now I've run the engines around to the other end of the train to bring it home, so it's coupled to the observation car, and hopefully I won't have string lining coming down the hill which it probably shouldn't because it's more of the forgiving direction. So this B unit here with the far air grill used to belong to Paul Birch, and he sold it to me, and he was pruning his collection, and it was a dummy, so he provided me with motors, so I remotored it, and so it's a powered unit. So these Aristo-Craft heavyweights are now heavy with the USAT Trains metal trucks, really giving them a good lower center of gravity. So the cars, those two Aristo-Craft smoothsides, they weigh about 5 pounds or so, and they didn't string line, so that's good. I'm operating the track car on PWM, and USA Trains F3s seem to be okay with that. Some of the USA Trains locos don't like it, mostly because of the lighting functions. So the train is headed home.